Hi everyone, it's Katie at BlookGirl here for another installment of Mission Acquired, which is where I share with you all of the books that I acquired this past week. And this week was an epic week in books. I have a mixture of books to show you, ebooks and physical books. This past week I got a whole slew of approval emails from NetGalley and Edelweiss, some that I was not expecting because I requested them months ago, but I'm very thankful for all the approvals I got and I cannot wait to share these books with you. First up is a book that I think was on everyone's wish list for the past few weeks. It's Dueled by Elsie Chapman, and my two best blogger buddies, Jenny from Alluring Reads and Giselle from Espresso Reads, also got approved for this title, and I can't wait to compare notes with these ladies. Next up is a book that was on my Waiting on Wednesday list this past Wednesday. After my post went up, I went on NetGalley and saw that The Assassin's Curse by Cassandra Rose Clark was available for NetGalley. I requested it immediately, was approved almost immediately, so big thanks to Strange Chemistry for allowing me to read this book. Next up is a book that I requested a few months ago and one of the surprises that showed up. It's Every Day by David Levithan. David writes amazing love stories, some of the best I've ever read. Almost everything he writes is quote-worthy, so I can't wait to see if he did the same in Every Day, and I'm sure he did. Next up is a book that was at the top of my most wanted list for 2012, at least for the first half. It's Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. I actually got to meet Leigh this past Wednesday, which you'll hear a little bit more about. Needless to say, she is amazing. She was everything I thought she would be and more, and I am a fan for life. Next up is Meant to Be by Lauren Morrill. This was another surprise in my mailbox. I requested this like 2 or 3 months ago and just now got the approval email. I love the colors of the cover. Lauren Morrill is supposed to be a great storyteller, and I cannot wait to see the story that she wrote for us in Meant to Be. Next up is a book that I was not sure about, but I wanted to go ahead and give it a try. It's Velveteen by Daniel Marks. I've heard so-so reviews from some people, rave reviews from others, so I thought I'd go ahead and give it a read for myself. I love trying out new things, new genres, new story types, so I'm interested to see what I think of Velveteen. Next up is a book that I was very curious about. I just couldn't help. As soon as I read the synopsis, I knew that I had to request to read it. It's Butter by Aaron Jade Lang, and it's about a boy who decides to eat himself to death online for popularity's sake. Yeah, so you can imagine why I chose to read this book. Giselle was like, ew, why would you read that? But Giselle, I guess you don't love butter as much as I do. I'm very interested to see how this one turns out, and I'll hopefully be reviewing this within the next week or two on BlookGirl. And last but not least is Blink Once by Cylin Busby. I'm really not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. I hope I am, and if I'm not, I'm sorry. But this was another NetGalley read. I'm not really sure if you can see the whole cover because of the glare. But Blink Once sounded like a really good read, and I can't wait, hopefully, to read it within the next 3 or 4 weeks. My review pile, as you can imagine, is building, which I'm not complaining about. But that was my ebooks for this past week. I have 3 physical books that I'm so excited about. These are the books that I got from the Fierce Reads Tour. The Fierce Reads Tour was here on Wednesday. They came to Houston and went to my favorite indie bookshop, Blue Willow Bookshop. And I was fortunate enough to be the official blogger for the Fierce Reads Houston tour, which meant that I got to meet the authors of the tour before they went to the bookshop to do a Q&A with all of their fans and to sign books. I'm going to write a blog post, a recap post about this weekend, so hopefully that'll be up by Monday. But suffice it to say that this event was just awe-inspiring. I got to meet some amazing authors, Leigh Bardugo of Shadow and Bone, Anna Banks of Poseidon, Jennifer Bosworth of Struck, Anne Aguirre of Enclave, and Emmy Laybourne of Monument 41. All of these women were so lovely, so gracious, so friendly, and I'm a fan of each and every one of them based on what I saw on Wednesday. But as for the books, I got a physical copy of Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. Lee, oh my gosh, I just can't help but fangirl over her. She's amazing. She's witty. She's beautiful. She has a wonderful wardrobe and supposedly writes an amazing story. I've waited to read Shadow and Bone, even though it's been out for a little over a week, so that I could get the e-copy, of course, and the physical copy, and have Lee sign the physical copy, and she did. She signed and personalized it, and she says, "To Katie, marvelous blogger." And if you've met Lee, you know that she says it exactly like that. And I cannot wait to fangirl a little bit more over Lee in my Fierce Reads recap, but you'll just have to wait a little bit more for that. Next up is Struck by Jennifer Bosworth. Jennifer was actually the only author at the Fierce Reads tour who did not write a book as part of a series. Struck is a standalone, although she did say that it has sequel potential. So we'll see what happens with that. I've heard really great things about Struck. It has a great backstory, and you'll hear more about that in my recap post as well. And finally, I got Of Poseidon by Anna Banks. Some people have loved this. Some people have been so-so about it. I think I will love it. I love stories about mermaids, and I love Anna Banks personally. She was actually a little sick at the Fierce Reads tour, but she handled it like a champ. So that's my books this week. As you can see, I have my work cut out for me. I'm going to be very busy reading for the month of July, but I have like a week-long off for July 4th, so I plan to do a lot of reading at that time, in between spending time with family and enjoying time off from work. If you have not been on BlookGirl this past week, I have 3 giveaways going on. That's right, 3 giveaways. The first up is the Crazy Dangerous giveaway, part of the Crazy Dangerous blog tour. That has been going on since last week. It ends, I think, in 5 days. But it's for an e-copy of Crazy Dangerous by Andrew Clavin, which is a book that I enjoyed. It's a middle grade read. So if you like reading middle grade reads, if you know of somebody who likes reading middle grade reads, definitely enter that giveaway. And next up is my BlookGirl Blogiversary giveaway for my 6 months Blogiversary, which is during the month of June. That is still going on until the end of June, and it's for a signed copy of Shadow and Bone by Lee Bardugo, and the second prize is an assorted swag pack, which will come with bookmarks, stickers, tattoos of various books that have come out this past year. I think you'll really enjoy that. And finally, the last giveaway that's happening on BlookGirl is one that started today. It's for signed copies of both The Survivors and Point of Origin by Amanda Havard, part of the Point of Origin blog tour. Point of Origin just came out like 2 or 3 days ago. I enjoyed both of the books. You can find my reviews in the book reviews tab up above, and you can find the giveaway for that under the blog tours tab up above. And I hope that you'll check those out, enter to win. You have really great odds of winning, so be sure to check those out. Check out my review of The Survivors and of Point of Origin, which I posted this past week. And I thank you for stopping by BlookGirl. Please leave a link to your book haul and what was in your mailbox in the comments box below, and I'll be sure to stop by and visit. Until next time, bye!